Well, hello everybody. John Grimsmo here. Welcome to vlog number 2. Now today, we're going to talk about Blade Show. Yesterday's video, I got a lot of great comments from that. It was excellent. Audio was one of the things one person mentioned, so I got my lavalier mic on now. Hopefully the audio levels are a little bit better. I think it only records in mono in one channel, so hopefully it doesn't just come out of one of your guys' speakers. Either way, Blade Show 2016 is coming up in like 3 weeks, something like that, 3 to 4 weeks. We're not even close to ready, but I wanted to talk about it. This year, our friend Brad Southard is sharing a booth with us. We've all been getting tables before, and now we are getting a booth together. I don't think it's going to be awesome. You get a lot more space, you get background space, so you can hang stuff up on the walls behind you, and sharing a booth with another top-tier knife maker, somebody that was already respected in the industry when we started 5 years ago, is pretty amazing, and I'm really excited to do that. So our booth number will be 1044. I believe we will be near or right next to Keybar Mike. Really excited about that. Big fan of Keybar. And I definitely want to see everybody come and say hi. Now, if you've never been to Blade Show in Atlanta, Georgia, and you like knives, you're doing yourself a disservice. Not only is it the biggest knife show in the world, like with 10,000 people coming by, I mean, it is the biggest knife hangout in the world. And half the reason I go is just to interact with people and have some amazing conversations and learn and pick people's brains and also teach and help. If I get guys coming up to me all the time asking questions, because we do have YouTube videos, people know that we are willing to share information, so they're always coming up to us asking questions, which I love. I absolutely love it. So a big part of the reason that I go is to share in person and to meet our customers. I'm really happy to do that. Last year we sold out. I think we brought about 20 knives, and we sold out in like half an hour or something like that. It was pretty crazy. So Friday, the doors open to the VIPs at 12 o'clock. And then to the general public at 2 o'clock. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we were sold out before the general public comes in. So that's always interesting. This year, I'm not exactly sure if we're going to do that or if we're going to dole out a certain number of knives every day, because it's kind of not fair for the guys that can only come on Saturday to have already been sold out for 23 hours. So we might hold some for Saturday and maybe a few for Sunday. I'm not exactly sure yet. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I did find a quick tip for reading comments. I always found it cumbersome to do it in my email, to go to the YouTube website and to read all the comments from each video. But there's an app called YouTube Studio, like Creator Studio, where you're logged into your account and you see all comments right there in chronological order from every video, so it doesn't matter, just it's the most recent comments. I busted through like 2.5 weeks of comments in about 40 minutes, which is amazing. And if I kept up on that every day, it'd be just a lot easier. So Creator Studio app, I really enjoy that. That was awesome. Blade Show. If you are new into knife making, into the knife scene, if you make carabiners or flashlights or tactical anything, it's the place to be. When I started my knife journey in June 2011, by August I was on a plane to the Vegas Knife Show, the USN Gathering. Within 2 months of starting the journey, I was on my way to a knife show, and it was the most eye-opening event I've ever been to, and Blade Show's even more so. I had just missed Blade Show. It happened like a week before I got into knives. It is like eye-poppingly informational. You go there, you immerse yourself in a crowd of people who love what you're trying to do as a business. I'm talking to future knife makers or whatever here. Just go and learn. Don't make the mistake of getting a table your first year. I think that is a mistake, especially if you're new and you don't have a lot of product and you're struggling to put like 4 knives on the table. I think you'll do yourself a disservice, because you'll be stuck behind a table for 3 days, and you might bring a friend so you can walk around a little bit, but honestly, walking around and talking to every single breathing soul you can is like college for learning how to do this industry. I can't recommend that highly enough. Just go talk to everybody. Lose your voice talking to people and learning and asking good questions. That is one of the most important things. Throughout the past 5 years of being into knives, I've talked to some of the greatest knife makers there are, and I was not afraid to ask questions, and they were super generous with me and in telling me answers to these questions. Todd Begg, pretty much every year at Blade Show for many years, I would get like 5 minutes of his time, and I'd show him one of my recent knives, and he would happily pick it apart and give me advice. I love when people show me knives now and ask me for advice, and I can say what I love, and I can politely point out the things I can see improvements for. And most of the time, the guy already knows that that's an area to improve, but I can specifically suggest things that he can try to improve that. Things like lock stick, or making it flip better, or material choice, or fixturing, or CNC machining, or whatever. Todd Begg, RJ Martin helped me out in the beginning, absolutely. Brad Southard has been a constant help and inspiration. Brad Southard taught me how to make a knife that flips perfectly well, and Jerry McGinnis taught him before that. Brad literally forwarded me the email from Jerry McGinnis from a few years previous to that, and that information is what got me to start the journey of making knives that flip amazingly well, super crisp, and that's very important to me. So yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough, just to go and immerse yourself. Also, at Blade Show, every night, they have this area called The Pit, which is kind of a bar seating area, open atrium kind of area in the Cobb Galleria Plaza. There's a restaurant, there's a bar, but mostly it's just hanging out. And it's like Blade Show ends at 5 or 6 o'clock, something like that. Everybody goes to dinner. By 7 o'clock, the pit is really starting to hop. So we go to dinner, we get to the pit 7, 8 o'clock, and we're there till 3 a.m. easily. And there's still crowds of people at 3 a.m. And that is hardcore just interaction with customers, fans, colleagues, knife reviewers, other industries, everything. You just go there and you nose your way into a crowd of people, you listen, and you add to the conversation. It's just hangout city. It's so much fun. We have a hard time tearing ourselves away from there before 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we're total zombies the next morning, but it's worth it. This year, I think I'm going to try to go to bed a little bit earlier, just so I'm more with it in the daytime, but super fun. So the pit is awesome. What else can I talk about Blade Show? Just go. I mean, it's $5, $6, I think it was $800 tickets. No, was that combined, Eric and I? I think it was combined. But anyway, you're spending $500 for a ticket, plane ticket to get there, or drive if you want. We drove once. It was 18 hours each way. Just go. Just if you're thinking about going, go. If you're going as a collector, I mean, obviously, you get to see all your favorite knife makers. It is the place to be. It is the Shangri-La of knife makers. Everyone around the world comes to this event. It's the place to be. I also really have enjoyed over the past 4 years that we've been going, this will be our 5th year, I believe, of getting to see everybody else's knives. The top tier, the bottom tier, the newest knife makers. I've seen guys come in there that have been making knives for just a few months, and I'm extremely impressed. It can be hard to impress me. You have to do a very good job, and I've been impressed by new knife makers. I can't remember the guy's face, but I can't remember his name right now. But I love seeing that because these guys are just like, they're nervous and they're not sure about themselves yet. And they show me this product and I'm blown away. And I have to convey that in a way that's empowering to them and tell them to drive forward. Because, you know, in the beginning, you're always nervous and you're always unsure. And you're scared to show your product to everybody else. But I love being a part of it. You know, on the giving or the receiving end of sharing this awesome industry. So anyway, 10 minutes are up. Thank you for listening. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about proximity. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'll try to get this shakiness down next time. I've got it on a little mount thing that's just shaking too much. Let me know if you can tell the shakiness. And if the mic worked better. Let me know. Thanks, guys. Bye.